Sound. There comes a moment in life when you realize that reacting to everything is draining your power. Every insult, every opinion, every setback, every betrayal, if you let it control your emotions, it controls your future. Strong people are not emotionless. They are disciplined. They understand one powerful truth. Not everything deserves a reaction. When you act as if nothing affects you, you become unstoppable. You protect your peace, your focus, and your purpose. People will always have something to say about you. Some will criticize your choices, some will doubt your abilities, and others will try to provoke you just to see your reaction. The mistake most people make is giving every opinion emotional importance. They allow strangers, co-workers, family members, or social media comments to control their mood for the entire day. The moment someone else can disturb your peace so easily, they gain influence over your mind without earning it. Strong individuals understand that not every situation deserves a response. They know that reacting emotionally to everything only drains energy that could be used for growth, success, and self-improvement. When someone insults you, disrespects you, or underestimates you, your first instinct may be to defend yourself immediately. But true power comes from emotional control, not emotional explosions. Calmness confuses people who expected anger. Silence frustrates people who wanted attention. Your ability to stay composed under pressure reveals maturity and confidence. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Some people project their own insecurities onto others because they are unhappy with themselves. If you spend your life trying to prove your worth to everyone, you will lose focus on your own goals. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. Protecting your peace is not weakness. Walking away from unnecessary conflict is not surrender. It is wisdom. Every time you refuse to react to negativity, you strengthen your mindset. You train yourself to stay focused instead of distracted. You become harder to manipulate because your emotions are no longer controlled by outside opinions. The less you seek validation from others, the stronger your confidence becomes, and the more freedom you gain in life. Pain is something every human will experience, but not everyone. Nee uses it the same way. Some people let it define them, while others use it to redefine themselves. The difference is not in the intensity of the pain, but in the mindset they choose during it. Life will not always be gentle. You will face disappointment when things do not go your way. You will face failure when your effort does not match your expectations. You will face betrayal from people you trusted and silence from people you once supported. These moments are not rare, they are part of growth, even if they feel unbearable at the time. Most people react to pain by shutting down emotionally or by giving up on their goals. They start believing that what happened to them is the final definition of their story. But strong individuals understand something different. Pain is not a signal to stop, it is a signal to adapt. Every setback carries a lesson, even if it is hidden inside discomfort. When something breaks you emotionally, it also reveals where you need to become stronger mentally. There is a hidden power in enduring difficult moments without losing direction. When you continue moving forward despite internal struggle, you develop resilience that cannot be taught through Fort. Every challenge you survive adds depth to your character. It shapes your patience, sharpens your focus, and strengthens your emotional endurance. Instead of asking why it happened, growth begins when you ask what it is building inside you. Pain can either make you bitter or better, depending on how you process it. Some of the strongest people you admire were once in situations where they felt completely defeated, but they chose not to stay there. They rebuilt themselves quietly, step by step, without waiting for permission or sympathy. What hurts you today can become the foundation of your strength tomorrow. Distractions are everywhere, and most people don't even realize how much of their life is being stolen in small pieces every single day. Constant notifications, unnecessary conversations, comparisons with others, endless scrolling, and emotional drama all pull your attention away from what truly matters. The real danger is not the distraction itself, but how easily people surrender their focus without resistance. When your mind is scattered, your progress slows down. You may have goals, dreams, and ambitions, but without focus, they remain just ideas. Every time you swat, Itch your attention to something unimportant, you lose momentum. And in life, momentum is everything. The people who succeed are not always the most talented, they are the most consistent in what they choose to focus on. There will always be something trying to pull you off track. Problems will appear. People will bring negativity. Situations will demand emotional energy. But you must learn to separate what is urgent from what is unnecessary. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every message needs a reply. Not every situation needs your involvement. Staying focused means protecting your time like it is your most valuable asset, because it is. Time wasted on distractions cannot be recovered. Every minute you spend worrying about things outside your control is a minute taken away from building your future. The strongest minds are not the busiest minds, they are the clearest. When you are clear about your purpose, distractions lose their power over you. You stop reacting to everything and start choosing what deserves your energy. Success is built in quiet discipline, not in constant noise. While others are emotionally reacting to temporary situations, you stay locked into your long-term vision. That ability to remain steady when everything around you is chaotic is what separates progress from stagnation. People often underestimate how much pressure comes from being watched, judged, or doubted by others. There are moments when you feel like giving up, moments when nothing seems to be working, and moments when the silence around your struggle becomes heavier than the struggle itself. In those moments, most people change their direction just to feel accepted or to avoid criticism. But strong individuals understand something deeper. Consistency matters more than approval. There will always be people who expect you to fail. Some will question your decisions, some will mock your efforts, and some will quietly wait for you to quit. But their expectations do not define your outcome. What defines your outcome is your ability to continue even when no one believes in you. Progress is not always visible in the beginning, and growth is often silent before it becomes obvious. When you keep moving forward despite resistance, you build a kind of strength that cannot be faked. It is not about proving people wrong in words, but proving your commitment through actio. The world respects results, not explanations. Every time you push through exhaustion, doubt, or frustration, you are building a version of yourself that is harder to break. Quitting feels easy in the moment, but it creates long-term regret. Continuing feels hard in the moment, but it builds long-term respect for yourself. The difference between success and failure often comes down to one decision: whether you stayed in the game when things got uncomfortable. There is a silent power in refusing to stop. Even when progress is slow, even when motivation fades, even when nobody is cheering, your persistence becomes your identity. Over time, people stop expecting you to quit because your actions prove otherwise. And that quiet consistency becomes the reason you eventually stand out without needing to announce anything at all. Your emotions are powerful, but they are not always reliable. They can rise suddenly, distort your thinking, and push you into decisions you would not make in a calm state. Anger can make you say things you do not mean. Fear can make you avoid opportunities that could change your life. Overthinking can trap you in endless cycles of doubt where nothing ever feels good enough to begin. Most people live their lives being led by their emotions instead of managing them. One bad moment ruins their entire day. One negative comment destroys their confidence. One setback makes them question everything they have worked for. But emotionally strong individuals learn to create space between what they feel and how they respond. That space is where real control exists. Mastering your emotions does not mean suppressing them or pretending they do not exist. It means observing them without letting them take charge. You can feel angry without acting aggressively. You can feel disappointed without quitting. You can feel anxious without losing focus. The goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to prevent them from making decisions for you. When you learn to stay calm in situations that normally trigger others, you gain a serious advantage. While people around you react impulsively, you are able to think clearly. While others regret what they said or did in the heat of the moment, you maintain control and move with intention. Calm thinking leads to better decisions, and better decisions lead to better outcomes. Emotional discipline is built through practice. CE, not theory. It develops when you choose patience over reaction, silence over argument, and understanding over ego. Over time, your mind becomes steadier, your reactions become slower, and your judgment becomes sharper. In a world where most people are emotionally reactive, the ability to stay grounded becomes a rare form of strength that quietly sets you apart. Success does not need constant explanation, and progress does not require constant attention from others. Many people waste valuable energy trying to prove their worth through words, arguments, or explanations, but real growth rarely happens in the spotlight. It happens in silence, in consistency, and in daily effort that no one notices in the beginning. When you are focused on your goals, you do not need to announce every step. The most powerful moves are often made quietly. While others are busy talking about what they will do, you are already doing it. While others are seeking validation, you are building results. This difference is what separates intention from achievement. Letting your success speak for itself removes unnecessary pressure. You stop chasing approval and start chasing progress. People may not understand your journey at first, and that is completely normal. Not everyone will see your vision, and not everyone needs to. Your responsibility is not to convince others, but to stay committed to your direction. There is also strength in restraint. You do not need revenge to feel satisfied. You do not need to respond to every doubt or criticism. Time has a way of revealing truth, and effort has a way of proving value. When you stay consistent long enough, your results become undeniable without you having to defend them. Quiet progress builds strong foundations. It keeps your mind focused, reduces distractions, and protects you from unnecessary emotional involvement. Instead of spreading your energy across opinions and noise, you invest it into improvement and execution. Eventually, your results will reach a point where they do all the talking. People who once doubted you will notice the change without you needing to announce it. That is the power of silent consistency combined with disciplined action.